Welcome everyone. Everything Show 691 continuation. Sally and Chris. All right, there we go. So anyway, I have to have one. You know, like one Thor, one Cap, one Hulk, one Spidey. When they did the Secret Wars thing, there was a book with all these different Hulks. Why? You know. They even did the Spider-Verse thing, but the Secret Wars version. And it's like, how is this interesting? You know? I mean, that's my problem. My problem is Miles Morales is in a different universe. Mm-hmm. And now he's stuck in the Marvel universe, and I don't understand it. It baffles my mind.
Well, I don't think that's what this story is going to be about. I think it's going to be a totally original story with him in it. Just, they don't want to use Peter Parker because Peter Parker's being used in the big time. This is kind of like not the big time. So right. They're like, okay, we can use this to introduce this character. You know, he's not part of the Avengers storyline, right. But here we go. We've got another Spider-Man. I think it's better than them just, here's Peter Parker again, and he's fighting Venom.
Right.
Here you go. Animated movie. Like,
see, okay. I don't. Tell me about him. Where did he get his powers from?
I don't know exactly for sure, and this is one of the reasons why I want him to get more time, because I saw him in the Ultimate Spider-Man show, which is they take some of these storylines very closely to what's done in the comics. And in the show, in his universe, Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but he died saving.
Right, he died. Yeah, that's a comic, which I was pissed. Yeah,
he got his power. It's an alternate universe, so it's not. Right. It's another thing. And his whole kind of like part of his character is he's afraid that he's never going to be as good as Peter Parker.
Right.
And he always doubts whether or not he could actually be Spider-Man. See, the reason I like that is because he goes through a different character like arc than Peter Parker's always like, am I good enough to save the city? Whereas Miles Morales is like, am I good enough to be Peter Parker? Am I good enough to be Spider-Man? Right. At least the media I've seen him in. And I know he has he's got this one power. It's separate because Peter Parker didn't have it. But like, I don't know if it's his suit that does it or if it's him. But he can create a small like venom shock that he can use. It's very subtle. I think that's actually what he calls it, is venom shock. But like he touches his opponents and they get like an electric charge, almost like they've been bit by a spider.
Right. And
then he does what he does. I like the character. I love the suit. I love that black suit with the red webbing. Though if Peter Parker wore it, I'd be like, no. But I'm happy that this character is getting some time. I'm glad that they're doing a different Spider-Man. But then I would have been happy if they would have done Peter Parker. Like I was expecting. I thought it was going to be Peter Parker in a different story. But I'm kind of glad that they're doing something different, because how many Peter Parkers are we going to have in Spider-Man movies? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I see where you're coming from. I really do, because I think that, having a million different of the same character is annoying.
Right. I'll enjoy it, I guess. I'll watch it. I mean, it's just, to me, I just recently read DC Rebirth, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you got Barry Allen, you got Wally West, you got Wally West's cousin, that's an African-American Wally West.
Yeah.
And I see that there's a million different speedsters, a million different, not a million, a lot of speedsters, a lot of Green Lanterns, a couple of Supermans. I'm like, just whatever, 3 Jokers. I'm like, okay. But with Marvel, to me, it's always like, or Steve Rogers, Tony Stark,
Sure.
I mean, they had War Machine, which I was, I got to read that when it first started and all that. That was pretty cool. But, it wasn't like they have now. It's like I mean, they don't have the Red Hulk anymore, but stuff like that ticked me off. Like, they actually had the Red Hulk trying to be the Avengers, and, it's like,
sure.
Just like, I have a problem with, what are they called? Because I never got the book. I never read them. but there was a group where there was like a Hulk kid, was a Hulkling or something.
Oh,
I can't stand
a bunch of different Hulk-like things.
There was this, was it New Avengers or was it whatever it was that they like all kid versions, but they were related to somehow or something.
Oh yeah, that was the Next Avengers or something.
Next
like
Avengers,
New
something.
Avengers, yeah.
And and then they had Kang the Conqueror, Immortus, but then they had Iron Lad, was like a younger version of Kang the Conqueror and Immortus. See, my thing is that when I was reading it, right, I remember Ramatot, Scarlet Centurion, all the same guy, mind you. Like, you were told that this guy in the future, the 30th century or something like that, was related to either Doctor Doom or Reed Richards. You weren't sure what. And he traveled back in time. And then he traveled so much that he encountered himself, but as a different character in a different point in time. And I guess he was psychologically damaged where, like, I don't know if it was multiple personalities or something, where he wound up fighting himself, like, you know, and it got so confusing, but after a while it was great. It was like, our King the Conqueror is going to become Mortis at some point in time. Mortis is going to become Ramaton again, or Scarlet. It was just all over the place, which was just the same guy is the same villain to himself. It's like, and he's battling himself, and they're getting the Avengers involved, and there's time travel, there's crazy stuff. So, but when they start doing it where, when he first time traveled, he was older, not younger. So I was like, well, no, I don't believe that's not. See, I don't like when they try to retcon stuff. Where they're like, oh no, he was older when he time traveled, and he was a teenager, and he's this guy. And I'm like, that's not what I remember. You know, it's like, I'm like, you know, just like when they try to say, oh, he's always been Hydra aged. I'm like, oh, you know. So I'm very. The thing about me is I don't like. I mean, I accept change. Don't get me wrong, but I feel that you shouldn't have to erase the character's history and fix it up and whatever. It should stand on its own. You know, what it's in the past is in the past. You're going to deal with it. You know. You can't just go back and change the whole damn thing around like that. I don't like that. I don't like reboots so much, certain things sometimes, but sometimes I do. It's crazy. That's that. I talk too much sometimes. I know. I apologize. Right, Sally? I know.
It's all right.
No, it's not. So, how are you, Sally?
Good.
Ready for Gem of the Holograms too? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Okay. I said a crack about that the other night.
I saw that. I'm like, yeah, I would.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to get beat up. Two different people. All right. Anyway. I want to tell you something. Powerpuff Girls, right? With the Teen Titans?
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
How great is that? Right?
Oh my gosh.
That's cool, right?
Well, I would have been all for it if it was the old Teen Titans and the old Powerpuff Girls.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, yeah, sign me up. And now I'm dreading because I think this is the style of show that the new Ben 10 series is going to be about. And I'm just like, you had such a great ending with Omniverse, and now you rebooted it. Thank you.
My sister was, because my nieces watch. They always loved Powerpuff Girls. I used to watch it too, and I don't know. Yeah, we went to go see the Powerpuff Girl movie. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah, I did. But anyway,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. All right, so, but they didn't like the new Powerpuff Girl version. I'm like, it looks the same, doesn't it? They're like, they don't like it at all, I guess. So I don't know.
You know what it is? The old cartoons used to be funny because they weren't, like, trying to be funny. Like, there was effort into just making a good show.
Right.
Now it's like they're trying to be funny, but they're just not.
There's different voices, too, that the kids don't like.
Like, I don't understand why everything has to be reboot it? Why can't you just continue? I don't know if the show continued off from where it left off, but why can't you just, if you're bringing a show back, continue from where you left off? You know what did that and is doing really well right now? Dragon Ball Super. Picked up from where Dragon Ball Z lost, and lo and behold, people love it.
Wow. Why can't they bring back the Spider-Man animated series?
That would be great.
That would be great.
Spider Blocker, Spider Radioactive. I was like,
Because that ended on a sour note, too.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, you know what I really thought? I thought that when they announced an animated Spider-Man movie, maybe that's why I'm a little more against Miles Morales, is because I was expecting, because they had the 10-year anniversary?
Oh, did they? I don't even know.
They had a 20-year anniversary, whatever it was, of the the animated series. And I got so excited because I'm like, oh my God, they're going to make a movie out of it. Oh, and I was like, oh my God, thinking about it. Mark freaking Hamill was the Hobgoblin. You know? I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. And it was like, it's freaking great. And I was like, oh, I would love that. You know? I thought like every figure, it was like, oh.
That was honestly, I think, one of the first shows I ever watched as a child.
God.
Because I was like, this is amazing. Like,
it's probably one of the first shows I watched as an adult. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I was older. Sorry. But yeah.
See, no, I agree with you, though. That would have been a great animated movie.
That's what I
That would
thought.
have been fantastic.
That's what I thought. That's why I'm kind of let down. I'm like, Miles Morales. You know, like Brown.
Now I get it. Before,
Thank you.
But now I get. I'm like, oh wait, no. Maybe it would have been better if they would have made that.
Right. So yeah, I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from. It's like finding out you have Tobey Maguire is going to be in Spider-Man 4, and then they're like, all right, Michael B. Jordan, Spider-Man. You're like, oh no.
Wait, just in, Michael B. Jordan will be voicing Miles Morales in the animated Spider-Man movie.
Maybe he is. You know? I don't know. That's... You know, that actress that was in Civil War is going to be in Luke Cage. But she's going to be a different character. The one that went to Tony Stark and she's like, you killed my son and stuff.
Oh, her. I wanted to punch her in the face.
Right?
Yeah, I thought she was supposed to be somebody, but I don't remember. What?
Yeah. No, I didn't tell you to shut up. I'm about to
Oh,
stop.
no.
Well, wait a minute. No, Sally. No, not you. Never you. No, I was like the lady. I was like, shut up. Like, it's... Because I read about that in the comic, and I'm like, damn it. She's the one that started the whole damn thing. Bitch. Excuse my language. Sorry.
I was hoping that Stark would have turned around and been like, yeah, and if it wasn't for me, you would be an Ultron slave right now. So,
Yeah.
like...
So shut up. Yeah. Yeah.
We would all be Ultron slaves right now.
Yeah. Ultron. That didn't go... I mean, I liked it, but that didn't go the way I wanted it either.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It went off the track somewhere.
It just went... It's called... Can't we always get... Oh. Gosh,
You know how I knew something was wrong? The night before I went to see the movie, I think it was the night before I went to see the movie, I watched the clip where, like, he screams, like, don't compare me to Stark, he's a sickness. And I was like, oh, yeah, here we go. And then, like, he says something like, you don't have to break things. Like, someone says, you don't have to break anything to get your point across or something. He's like, well, clearly you've never made an omelet. And I was like, what'd he say? Like, what? Did he really just say that? And I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it was just once, and he won't be funny after that. And then in the movie, I was like, fuck! Like, he's funny all the time.
See, from seeing the scene when he's walking at them while they're chilling, drinking, and right, that was cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get the movie, it's like now he's in a castle with a throne and he's just there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and why do you care about teaming up with the twins? I'm like, okay. And then the stupid dialogue with him and Claw, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was just stupid.
I was like this. I'm like this. Like it's a horror movie almost. Man, please, this is not happening now. Is it? Oh, ruining it.
But when he cut his hand off, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You'll be all right." I was like, "No, don't apologize. What are you doing?" Like what?
When Marvel had their favorite scene, and they said it's the greatest scene, and Josh Whedon cut it because he was pissed. I guess it was a scene between Black Widow and Hulk. He said, F it. And then all of a sudden, when they just cut that thing to pieces and Thor's in the magic puddle of mud.
What the hell was that about?
Yeah, I was wondering what the heck that was.
It's like, what?
I'm like, what is he doing?
Just go in there and
I got confused because I'm like, wait a minute, like, I know Scarlet Witch have powers, but there's like, why are they psychic? Are they saying like Tony Stark's psychic and seeing visions of the future, and you know, Black Widow's a ballerina? And I'm like, okay, she's a ballerina, and then it's like Steve Rogers is dancing with Agent Carter. I'm like, okay, what's happening here? I think we're losing the plot a little bit. People getting into their own stuff. Which, do you really want to get into that when we're supposed to be focused on Ultron?
And who's the only one who wasn't affected? Hawkeye.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's the man. He's the man.
He really is.
He's awesome.
With his speeches, he's like, when you walk out that door, I was like, oh yeah, Avenger. Like, because she walks out, and she's like, that was the best scene. That was like one of my favorite scenes. She did that. Vision 2, in case you didn't know, I told you before. I'm a massive Vision fan, man. It's him and Scarlet Witch, my favorite, but favorites of all these. Man, I'm so happy. But his color was a little off. I was like, it's not like the color that he is. So I was like, all right, maybe they'll fix him eventually. But what else? Characters, these characters are just Crossbones done in like 5 minutes. And that Crossbones in the comic was better, sorry. Baron Zemo was terrible.
Yeah, I think they could have called him something different.
God.
If he was like a different character, I don't think it would have been a problem.
They should line up all the weak characters and have the Hulk come in and just punch them out. Just one punch. Knock them all out.
Starting with that lady that annoyed Stark at the beginning of Civil War.
It would have been so much better if they did it the Marvel way. It was the New Warriors had the reality show. And then they counted the guy that blows up and they killed all the kids. And I'm like, oh my God. And then, like, not that graphically, that wouldn't have been nice. But it's just, you know, you get the picture. It's just would have been different. Scarlet Witch, how dare you do that to her? That thing, locking her up and everything, that pissed me off too. It's like, oh, Vision, get out of there, man. You're going to get knocked out. She kicked the Vision's ass. That was great. Man.
He was like, she's like, I'm leaving. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Okay, I guess you're leaving.
Yeah, sure, yeah. That was great. He's like, oh, something about they were talking about golf and everything. He's like, I retired for 5 minutes. That was great. I love that movie. I'm so good. I'm going to go see X-Men tomorrow. I'm going to cleanse myself of this filth of Captain America Hydra. I go see X-Men.
It looks really good.
You want to know what's funny is that he actually does something like that in Apocalypse.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sharon. I'm like, what are we going to watch this weekend? Fear the Walking Dead's done.
Yay!
Yeah, no Walking Dead, no Fear the Walking Dead, no Damien, no Supergirl, no Bates Motel. I guess we got Game of Thrones, which is great, and Penny Dreadful, which we got to get caught up a little bit. And what is replacing Fear the Walking Dead? Is it Preacher?
Preacher, I think maybe.
I recorded it just in case because I was like, all right. So
I heard it was fantastic, but
yeah, I recorded it. I'm gonna watch it. Oh man, I hope there's another Damien season, but we'll see. Herschel's pretty badass in that. Robert Hershey too. Sally, tell me you saw Base Motel.
I did not.
Holy shit balls! Really?
I haven't watched it this season.
Oh God, Sally! You don't know what this
I need to catch up. But
Right. So anyway, Daredevil is gonna. I love Daredevil. You guys love Daredevil?
I like Daredevil.
You don't watch it, Chris?
No, I'm sorry. I'm laughing because like I was scrolling through my Facebook timeline. There's a video of somebody here burning the Captain America comic. I'm sorry. I think that's funny.
Oh, you got to show me, please.
I can't share it. It's a private video.
Oh, all right, if we go off air.
I hate when they do that.
Oh, but if we go off air, you could screen share it.
I could, yes. Okay, I'll keep it on here.
Yes.
This is hilarious.
Yes. They did the thing with meme of Chris Evans ripping the comic in half.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. I love that. I love that. Damn. It's pretty funny. I'm waiting for Robert Downey Jr. to say something funny about it, though.
Oh, you know he is.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what he has to say about it. He'll be so funny. I know he's going to be funny. Some of them are. I'm waiting for all of them. Nobody's talking. I even friggin' tweeted Chris Hardwick. I'm like, let's get talking Captain America in here and stuff. Something. I didn't get nothing. I'm like, oh my God, some of these people are really. I even thought Angry Joe was going to say something about it. But I don't know if he's a Captain America fan. Is he Captain America?
Whose side was he on? Yeah, he was on Cap's side in Civil War, so yeah, I'm pretty sure
I'm surprised he didn't make a video about that yet. Wow. Philip DeFranco even made a video about it, too. Tyrone Magnus. Damn. What else did I want to say?
Well, speaking of, like, The Walking Dead, Chris Hardwick, did you hear about, was it,
The Red Nose Day thing?
no, was it Kirkman that was
Yes.
on Hardwick's show Midnight, and he said that Negan killed Glenn?
Yeah, and then he also said that Negan killed Carl on something else.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, I don't know. I was even trying to figure out, you see the Red Nose special?
I have it recorded.
Uh,
I haven't seen it.
That's funny. That's pretty funny. Man, that was the whole funny thing that Red Nose was around for how many decades?
Yeah.
Nobody freaking know. Last year they started that shit here, and I'm like, look at these posers. All of a sudden, like they know what that is. Like I knew about it for like so many years. I'm like, and it's funny. Like everything is coming here now. It's like, oh, they're doing everything now. Like we got to get into everything now, right? That's
Pretty
it.
much.
So running out of things to do shows on. I don't know. Civil War's still doing good. X-Men. I just wish they would fix the X-Men comics, man. Why you gotta kill everybody off? It's like crazy in there. I don't know. There is other stuff to talk about, though. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, no, there's other stuff. Let's see. There was something about I saw before. I don't know where it was about the. Oh, here. You know what? Let's talk about this. I'll give this to you, Chris. Hold on. No Shin Gojira stuff, right?
Nope, not since the
Yesterday.
synopsis.
Yeah.
Which was nice. That's what I'd wanted. Or just a synopsis, which didn't really say much, which is good.
Well, that's weird. Why can't I screen share now? Not screen share. Okay. You get it, Chris?
I did.
Okay, good.
Let's take a look. Oh, no. So this is about the highly anticipated greatest thing ever made from X-Men, the X-Men Legion show. Yeah. The tone of this show. Let's see. We got a quote here. I always feel like the structure of a story should reflect the content of the story. Okay. If the story, as in this case, is about a guy who is either schizophrenic or he has these abilities, i.e., he doesn't know what's real and what's not real, then the audience should have the same experience.
Oh, God.
Okay, I agree with that. I am aiming for a more existential exploration, a surreal high quality, where it's not going to be about running and kicking. There's 9,000 superhero stories right now. They've all got running and kicking covered. I think my goal with this one is to do something whimsical, imaginative, and unexpected. Not just because I want to do something different, but because it feels like the right way to tell this story.
Chris, did you ever hear did you ever know before this that Professor X had a kid?
I had heard that he had a kid. I didn't know it was Legion, though.
Okay. You want to know why you really didn't know anything about Legion?
Because nobody likes this character.
Character sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, totally. I mean, like, oh my God, like one of the worst characters ever made, right? So, like, one of the worst characters ever made, like the Spot or something, like whatever, like really garbage, right? He's the responsible for Age of Apocalypse.
Oh wow!
Because he's like so nuts in the head, and he wanted to kill Magneto in the past. And he screwed up and aimed it wrong, and he hit his father, and he killed his father in the past. And he basically created that whole thing. It's like, oops. I mean, he even fucked that up, excuse my language. Couldn't even fucking do that right. It's like, oh, shit, we had one of the greatest storylines because of a loser. All right.
What I don't understand is, like, how many great X-Men characters are there? They picked this guy to make a show? Like,
no, it was like this. We want to do an X-Men show. And Marvel was like, well, we have to give you permission to do an X-Men show.
Right.
Okay, what can we do? We're going to make you do Legion. And they're like, Legion? Who the hell is that? They're like, exactly. We're going to make you do the shittiest show in existence. And then if you do the shittiest show in existence, and then another shitty show, then we'll allow you to do a great show. So this is like a Fantastic Four making a shitty movie in like the you never heard of in like the 90s or whatever to make a better movie, which wasn't even that great even. So that's the case. Marvel, it's like a humiliation shit. That, it's like, why don't we do a show about Wolverine socks? I mean, that would have been more exciting, obviously, because this character just is horrible, horrendous. And then they're doing another show, the Hellfire Club, which all it is TNA. It's like, oh, look, I have mutant powers, but I have boobs too. It's like, okay. It has nothing. It's like whatever they are, prostitutes, whatever, White Queen, Blue, Black Queen, whatever Queen, and Celine, Emma Frost, whatever. So, yeah, they get the worst TV shows. I want to see how they do with this. I don't think I'll be watching that. Sorry. Not everything is cool. Cloak and Dagger, I mean, I don't know how they're going to do that either. On Freeform. Yeah, Freeform. Anywho, I guess that's it, right?
I think so.
Weren't we supposed to get a trailer or something soon? Weren't we supposed to get how far along filming are they on Prometheus 2, Alien Covenant, whatever?
They're still filming, so I don't think we're going to get anything for a little while.
They can't get a damn teaser or something? With the alien running around or something like that?
No, they could, but I don't think they want to tell you the truth. Who knows?
What about Skull Island?
Oh, yeah. I'm saying Comic-Con.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying Comic-Con because really, when you think the movie comes out in March right now, so it's not too far away.
What the hell is with Nintendo? We don't get it until next year?
Yeah,
What's that about?
Well, I don't know. I think that's a terrible idea.
That's horrible.
Nobody's happy about it.
Absolutely nobody's happy about it because it's like another year of Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, blink and you'll miss any games coming out because there's like nothing coming out.
Someone was telling me that they don't have anything releasing for like the rest of the year except for Pokemon.
Wow.
And a couple other things.
That's embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah.
God. You know what? I remember I bought that and I regret it because it's like, you know, I'm used to the old, they put everything out, they're flooding the market. This is the first time ever Nintendo started sucking it like that. I mean, I was like, wow. Oh, what's the next game? It'd be like a game every like 5 months. One game. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Bad form. And then what? A new PlayStation and a new. What's that? Actually an upgraded of the.
They're upgraded, yeah. But honestly, they're worth the upgrades, though.
They're backwards compatible, right?
Yeah. I
would get that, yeah. I just bought 2 PlayStation 4s in 6 months. This one would be mine. So what are you guys doing on the Memorial Day weekend?
I get to
I don't know.
Win the U.S. title back.
What are you going to do? Chris, what did you say you're going to do?
Oh, I get to watch John Cena win the U.S. title back.
There's another pay-per-view?
No, he's coming back on Monday.
Oh, okay. We'll go see X-Men tomorrow. I'm going to work on my book. I keep getting in trouble. Not in trouble, but I gotta get this book out. I guess it's going to rain here tomorrow. A little bit. But it's going to be warm. It's going to be nice. Some hot dogs on George Foreman grill, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Sally, did you see Fear Walking Dead?
I did not watch it this season.
Wow.
Forget this. I got other shows I can watch. I'm not watching that.
That's right. Like Grey's Anatomy, man. No. She got me into that watching that. I'm like, oh, no. She likes Grey's Anatomy.
My parents got into that, but I never watched it. No, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm going to go dye his hair. Damn it. Doctor Who news is like few and far between. We already did our show that lasted like 5 minutes, probably. We are going to have, I made an announcement today, a crazy announcement. I'm going to do it. We're going to have tons of Real Whovians casts comes June 1st, or maybe a little bit before. I'm going to start popping them out like crazy. How are we going to do that? I have no idea, but we're going to do it. Because I know that, you know, people are starving for Doctor Who, and so am I. You know, miserable without Doctor Who. Listening to the music every day, just watching something here and there. So I don't care what we talk about. We gotta talk about something. I don't know, right?
Well, they're filming soon, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna have to just talk about episodes and different things and crazy theories. I guess I don't know, something, because we can't just leave. I mean, here it is. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it's not fair. It's not fair that I got like 6 or 8 different Facebook pages and groups with Doctor Who, maybe even 10. And like, how dare I not have stuff for people to look at? Like, I shouldn't have all those pages if I can't put content on there. You know, it's not fair. So, and then the moment I post something, it gets like 100 views because people want to see podcasts on Doctor Who. Nobody's really doing that much. So I do apologize, because that's what we got started with the podcast, was you always remember you first, and Whovians cast. So we will be back with many Whovians cast. I'm not even going to tell you how many, because it's going to be a surprise. I was even thinking maybe we should film some and then put it on private and just release, you know, them all at once. We'll see. But that's what I want to do. And I also want to create a new cast I was talking to Chris about. Not sure really of a title, but just add one more. Why not?
The Real Hydra cast.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking, I was like, maybe I should just, show my support for Captain America. Even if I don't have anybody on here, just starting reviewing Captain America comics, just showing what I have and whatever, and just go with it, But we'll see. I don't even know if I want to do that. Maybe I just stay away from this whole nonsense, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I think we're also going to start doing casts on like Flash and Arrow. We talked about that a little bit in the past. I think it's warranted. I think it's worth it. So when the season premiere begins, the fall lineup, we'll have some new shows for you. Like with September, everything will be season premiere of this, season premiere of Rehooving's cast, of Everything Show, all that stuff. We got a 700th Everything Show coming up because we just popped them out so much lately. You realize in December, I think it was December 15th, we did the 500th episode of the Everything Show. And because there's no Doctor Who news, we're getting to the point that the Everything Show may overtake the amount of Real Wolverine's casts out there. Like, we went from 500 to 691 in months. That's crazy, right? Almost 200 different friggin' Everything shows.
Wow, that is crazy.
I know. So that's why I felt, no, I can't have that. I got to start popping out some Real Wolverine's casts. That's not, should never be the Everything Show has more episodes than Real Wolverine's. Real Wolverine's always has to be the top, so we're going to correct that. And that's that. So, all right, guys, good night. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Take care. Bye for now.
Night.